Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to visit China. This comes days after U.S. President met with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing. Putin will be arriving in China on the 19th of May for a two-day visit. This will be his 25th visit to China as President of Russia. During his visit, Putin will hold talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang. The Kremlin says the leaders will discuss trade, economic cooperation, and a range of international and regional issues. The visit also marks the 25th anniversary of the Sino-Russian Treaty of Friendship. The 2001 deal has become a foundation for the modern partnership between the two countries. Putin's trip comes at a sensitive moment in global diplomacy. Just one day ago, President Trump departed Beijing after becoming the first American president in nearly a decade to visit China. However, the Kremlin says that both visits are not linked. Russian presidential aide Yuri Ushakov says there is no connection between the two visits and insisted the Putin-Xi meeting had been planned well in advance. Putin earlier described Russia-China ties as no-limit partnership. The Kremlin spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, said Russia has serious expectations from Putin's China visit. He also added that all economic issues of bilateral importance will be discussed between the two leaders. China-Russia ties have grown significantly since the onset of Ukraine war. Beijing has emerged as Russia's most important economic partner. Trade between the two countries reportedly reached nearly $240 billion in 2025. Russia says its oil exports to China rose by 35% in the first quarter of this year, while natural gas exports also continue to expand.
This visit also marks the 25th anniversary of the Friendship Treaty signed in 2001. China and Russia's ties have deepened in the recent years, especially after Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, as sanctions from Western countries pushed Moscow to lean on China for trade and diplomatic support. This visit is likely to be closely watched in Washington, as China is trying to keep a stable relation with the U.S., but at the same time maintaining close ties with Russia.